But the reminder's going off. I am sorry about that.
Janice Mona, Chris Daily Review Update.
We're only doing 2
Close
short
the bathroom
animated
door.
films and 1 Thomas and Friends video because I have a bit of a sore throat. I'm still a little sick, so let's get into this, shall we? First one's I Am Bread. Okay, I'm gonna sit in the shade because I can barely see on the screen. Oh, it's the bread. Sorry, my bad. It's the bread. But yeah, I'm a bit sick, so I'm missing class today. I'll be looking at it online this weekend, so yeah. Okay. And Mickey ears, Mickey Mouse. I noticed the Disney reference. Brad's like, ah! They're like, hey! Do they know they're going to be eaten? Do they not know they get eaten? Then he just realized they get eaten. Oh no! Hey, knock it off, you two! He's shocked, like, I don't want to be picked now! He's like, not me, not me. Hey! Hey! Let's go inside, the both of you. He tries to look deformed so he won't get picked. That's not gonna work every time. That's not gonna work every time.
Clean kitchen.
Oh no. No! No! He's in bread heaven. He's in bread heaven. He's like, yeah, I'm okay now because I'm in bread heaven. He's like, I'm okay now because I'm in bread heaven. That was the weirdest animation ever, but I loved it. It was really good. What the? All right. Next one is called Embrace. Embrace.
Clean living room.
What happened? Oh, come on. That's sweet. That was a cute animation. All right, let's go. Then she lets Thomas in the troublesome diesel.
Pulling
Skip to the intro so I don't get in trouble.
The Fat Controller was pleased that the work had been going steady and was to send Percy back to Thomas's branch line. But when he saw Percy, he saw that he wasn't feeling very well. An inspector came to examine him. "There's a problem with his boiler," concluded the inspector. "I think one of the water towers had been infected with seawater. Percy will have to go to the works to get better." "But who will look after my trucks?" said Percy. "Toby can't do it on his own, and Daisy certainly can't." "You are indeed correct, Percy," agreed the Fat Controller. "I'll
Make
have
my
to
bed and
borrow
clean my
another
room.
engine."
Guys.
Make my bed and
The
clean my
next
room.
day, Thomas was waiting at the junction with his two coaches, Annie
Clean
and
the dog
Clarabelle.
kennel.
Suddenly, he heard a noise, and pulling into the junction was Devious Diesel.
Oh no.
"Good morning," he purred in his oily voice. Thomas was surprised to see him. "What are you doing here?" "Your fat, Sir Topham Hatt sent me, since that little Percy is away. I hope you're pleased to see me. I'm to shunt some dreadfully tiresome trucks." "I suppose," huffed Thomas crossly. "But no tricks on Toby, mind you." "Tricks? Me?" he asked smoothly. "I assure you, I won't play tricks on you or Toby, Thomas." And he scurried away. Thomas wasn't the only one who was surprised by Diesel's return. The Fat Controller was cross too, and he telephoned the other railway. But it was the only engine they had, and the Fat Controller needed another engine. so he has to put up with it until Percy returns. Meanwhile, Diesel arrived at the station where Toby was waiting. Toby had heard about Diesel and was being very cautious around him. "Oh, it's you. I'm needed at the quarry to help neighbours, so take these stone trucks to the harbour, please." So Diesel did, and he rolled away to the harbour. The trucks remembered Diesel's last visit, and they decided to tease him as they went on their way to the harbour. "Let's have some fun," they whispered to each other. Diesel was getting very annoyed by that song. It had happened when he took the wrong trucks out of the yard for dump, and it caused such a mess.
that's so catchy.
The trucks were still singing by the time they came to the harbour, but they went too far. Diesel shunted the trucks and slowed towards the siding. He roared, and he gave the trucks a hard bump. The trucks realized that they were going faster and faster as they came towards a pair of buffers. "Oh, help!" they cried, but it was too late. Diesel ran them through the buffers, and they plunged into the sea. The silly trucks were sunk along with the stone. The other trucks were shocked by Diesel's actions, and so was Duck. But Diesel felt that they deserved it. "Any more nonsense like that," he growled at the other trucks, "and I'll ram you into the sea just like your friends." The Fat Controller was cross, and so were Thomas and Toby. "You will stay in your shed until I arrange your return to the other railway." Thomas and Toby were scolding him too, but Diesel didn't care. He was glad that he was going home. "Yes, Thomas and Toby. I understand, Thomas and Toby. Of course, Thomas and Toby." The next day was market day. Thomas and Toby were taking passengers up and down the branch line full of people. Toby was making his way up to the market, but as he was puffing down the line, he began to feel something warm underneath his side plates. At the next station, his driver inspected him. "Oil is leaking from your joints, Toby," said his driver. "Bertie will have to take your passengers." Thomas arrived at the station. He saw Toby feeling sad in the siding. "What happened to Toby?" he asked Bertie. Then Bertie explained about Toby's leaking joints. "Oh dear," replied Thomas. "I hope Toby feels better soon." Soon Thomas puffed away with his passengers who had attended the market day. As he was puffing up the hill, his wheels began to slip. "What's happening?" gasped Thomas. The oil from Toby's joint had spilled over the tracks, and then he slithered to a stop. Then, "Help! Help! I'm slipping back!" Poor Thomas was going back down the hill. Nearby were a set of points that divert runaways off the line to prevent any accidents. Thomas couldn't stop, so the points were powered by a heavy spring and diverted Clarabelle off the line. "Oh dear!" she gasped. Her wheels sank firmly into the mud. But everyone was relieved that they had stopped. The guard helped the passengers back to the station, and there he telephoned for help. The only engine for help was Diesel. Thomas was so glad to see him as he rolled slowly towards him at the oily place. Meanwhile, workmen were placing sleepers underneath Clarabelle's wheels to make a slope up to the line. The oily tracks were cleaned, and sand was placed onto the rails to make an extra grip. At last, everything was ready. "Heave!" roared Diesel as he dug his wheels into the sand. Then Clarabelle's wheels started to move out of the mud, and slowly but surely, her wheels were placed back onto the rails. She was very delighted. No one was hurt, so they went back to the passengers at the station. "Thank you, Diesel. You were splendid," said Clarabelle. Diesel was pleased to have helped. He had never been praised by anyone on Sodor before, and he began to feel a little sad. When Thomas reached the station at Farquhar, Clarabelle thought of something. "Diesel had been so kind to help out Thomas. Perhaps we should ask the Fat Controller to forgive him over that accident." I suppose so. Diesel had said that the trucks were teasing him with that song of his. So when they found the Fat Controller, he agreed. Diesel arrived at the junction and apologized for the accident he had caused yesterday at the harbor. The Fat Controller had forgiven him, and Diesel was pleased. Duck had heard about the rescue too, and even he was amazed by Diesel. Looks like there can be a streak of good in somebody. The next day, Percy returned from the works feeling good as new. Toby's joints were repaired too, and he, Percy, Thomas, and Duck were all at the junction with the Fat Controller, wishing Diesel well, and telling him that he's always welcome back to Sodor.
That was a great episode. Anyways, I'll see you all in the next video. This is K-Bro101 signing out. Adios, everybody.